Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our fifth and final installment of this wonderful binge week of Safari Live on Nat Geo Wild. I have a surprise for you. This is Hukumuri, the Interloper. We've been talking about him on and off for the past 5 shows. Well, now it's the 5th show. And he is up here on the boundary with the northern part of the property with another male that's on my right-hand side that we can't quite see, but they've been fighting. They've been fighting all morning. Right now, they're taking a little break. And what Hukumuri is doing is he's lying here and he's growling very low. And he's busy scent marking. And he's just making sure that this other male knows that he's here. Every time he growls, I can hear the other male to my right-hand side growling back. It is one of the most amazing things we can possibly see. There's his beautiful face. Notice his eye, it's his right eye, but on the left-hand side of our screen, notice how it's very dark around in there. Now we're sitting with you in infrared because it's dark, so that you can see 150%. It also means that we're not going to compromise the sighting at all. I am Noelle Feb coming to you live from the Sabi Sands in South Africa with something that many people never get to see, no matter how many times they come on safari. This is too exciting. I can't even begin to describe how great this is. Now they're gonna start moving around and scent marks again. And while we're busy watching them, let's head on over to Mr. James Hendry on Chitwa Chitwa.
This is the other one.
Shh. Yeah. Welcome back live to the Sabi Sands. This is the second leopard of our 2 male leopard sighting that we have. They were just busy walking side by side with about 3 yards in between them growling at each other. Now, there is a male leopard that has been on this property on and off for a while named Djuma. I've never seen him. I have a feeling that this is Djuma that you're seeing on screen. The other male that we first saw is definitely Hukumuri, the interloper from the west, who's coming in trying to stake claim on Tingana's territory. Djuma, we have known for many years with Safari Live. MD, you'd like to know if these 2 leopards fight, will they try and kill each other? Yes, indeed. It can definitely happen. But they're very wary of injuring themselves. So when they fight, they will go all out and they'll be spitting and hissing and growling and claws. But if at any point one of them thinks that they're going to get injured where they can't function in their environment, then they sort of break apart. However, that's a very fine line to work, because if you break apart too soon and your competitor senses weakness, then you're done. That's it. Now, what's very interesting is they're sitting in between 2 roads. These 2 roads are a demarcating area for territory. So what's happening now as well is each one is busy scent marking on either side of his road. Then they lie down for a bit. Then they follow each other and stare at each other and growl at each other. Then they lie down for a bit. Basically, it's like boxing. They're taking a break. Tim, you're wondering if male leopards form coalitions like cheetah? Definitely not, Tim. Leopards are extremely territorial, which is why we're getting this fight over this northern boundary for them. So it's interesting because their boundaries are arbitrary to our boundaries, but you will see that they'll use our road areas sometimes. Who I think is Djuma is up and he's moving, slowly moving to the left. I don't want to move the car too much. I don't want to interfere at all. And I'm going to talk as quietly as I can. He's moving in the general direction of where we saw Hukumuri last, inside that bush. This is so exciting. He's going to go up to where the scent marking was happening. He's approaching where Hukumuri was scent marking. Now he's scent marking himself. Can you see the bush moving there? He's rubbing the side of his face on it. The side of his face has a gland. Ooh, face off. Who do I think will win? Ooh, either hashtag Hukumuri or hashtag Kajima. I actually think that it's going to be a 50-50 split, but I want to know what all of you think. Let us know. Interactively, hashtag Safari Live on Twitter. Who's going to win this face-off between Hukumuri and another male who we think might be Kajima? I'm actually shaking, everybody. I am so excited. This is gold. This is the holy grail of something that we can show anybody, whether we're live like we are now coming to you from the Sabi Sands, or whether I have guests physically sitting on my vehicle. I'm actually having trouble finding my words to be able to describe to you how I feel. All right, now that looks like Hukumuri crossing over, but it could, ooh, you're looking a little bit full. That's another possibility. That male's looking full. There could be a kill around that started this whole thing. Very interesting. Now, because I don't want to interfere too much, I'm going to see if maybe I can find another situation, another place to sit in. But while I'm doing that and seeing if it works, let's head on over to another male fight, a memory from Safari Live for you all to watch. Okay, so they have repositioned. They're now about 80 yards away from each other. We are back in color because we're starting to get a little bit of light peeking through. No real sunrise today. There's lots of clouds in the sky. Now, this is Hukumuri that we have on screen now. Then, about 80 yards over to my other side, just over here, through this little gap, there is who I think is Kajima. Now, think, because it's not 100% on that one, but we have a lot of viewers who watch our daily show on the internet, so you can always take a screenshot and then put that up on Twitter. Interact with us, hashtag Safari Live, because Kajima is who we think, or you think, is going to win. Now, let's quickly head over to Scotty D with a hyena on foot. Now, Hukumuri is keeping a very, very, very close eye on a moving who we think is Kajima, who's moving a little bit farther away. He's probably about 100 yards away now, maybe 120 yards. Notice how the whole posture has changed. The ears are up. He's checking around. He might get up and start scent marking a little bit to reaffirm his space. Bobby, excellent question. You're asking why they're drooling. These two males are drooling right now. Leopards don't drool all the time. They're drooling right now because of the fight that they're in. They're salivating over fighting with each other and the intensity that it takes to fight. It also ramps up the testosterone in their bodies, and it's just producing a lot of saliva. Watch, watch, watch. Let's listen for a minute. Let's see if we can hear that growl. I think the growl is a little bit too low. It's a very throaty, deep, deep growl. But now he can't see the other male at all right now. That other male is. He will scent mark along the way. He uses his paws to help scent mark. He'll use his urine to scent mark. He'll use his voice slightly to scent mark. And the sides of his face as well. He'll also roll his whole body in the grass. See how he's smelling there? He's smelling where Kajima was lying down earlier. Smelling very carefully. There he's scent marking a little bit. All right, now, while we're busy waiting to see what happens and this male starts marking more of his territory, let's head on over to James, who has a special visitor to say hello to Hasana. James, it is such a fascinating story that is happening here. Now, something for all of you to remember at home is if Hasana, who is a young male leopard, he only turned 2 in February, if he were to be in any interactions with Hukumuri, who's on screen now, it would not be the same as what we're seeing here. Hasana is too young to fight, but this male is busy checking. Kajima might come over just now. looking up, and then I could just see a little bit of a tail flicker with Djuma moving behind those bushes there, and I got super excited that he was going to come, but it didn't happen. But that doesn't mean that it won't happen. It's entirely possible that it's going to happen because of the way that Djuma is moving. Now, everybody that's at home with us on the internet right now, I'd be interested to know if you managed to get any screenshots and can confirm 100% for me if that is Djuma. I know there's many of our long-term viewers who are out there giving us lots of thumbs up and rooting for us, and this sighting is for all of you, everybody. I mean, this is just too much. This is not something we get to see often on Safari Live, and all of you are with us every single day, twice a day, so I'm dedicating this sighting to you guys. This is too much. Now, this is the first time I've seen Hukumuri, and this is the first time I've seen who I think is possibly Djuma, and to have them be in an interaction like this is just the best. Now, interestingly enough, with where we're sitting, can you see Hukumuri's belly? You see how he's not thin, he's not starving, but Djuma was definitely much more full. I'm actually pretty convinced that a kill might have started this, or that maybe Djuma had finished off food and then started to move around, and Hukumuri got into the area. Maybe there was hyenas calling early in the morning when we couldn't hear. It's entirely possible. There's so many possibilities here. What I can say to you is there's a border, there's a boundary between the two leopard territories here. Hukumuri is definitely trying to take over parts of Tingana's territory, and it's possible that Djuma is then also trying to take over other parts of other territories on the northern side of here. It's entirely possible. Now, where he's moving, it's going to take me a little while to get around and to revisit how we're going to view this sighting because of the way that they're moving. I also need to kind of see where Djuma is in the background. So I'm going to have to reverse and then move very slowly around. And I think while that happens, let's head up to another big cat with Jamie in the Masai Mara. She's about 1,600 miles away from us. Her roaring lions this morning must have been absolutely incredible. So let's go up and enjoy some time with her. And here we have a leopard, which is definitely on the bingo card. Now, he is sitting on top of a termite mound, getting a nice view. This is still Hukumuri, who has won the gold medal for today, unlike Djuma, unfortunately. Now, where he's sitting, there's a hole at the bottom of this termite mound where warthogs live. Okay, and there's flies coming out of there, which means that there's warthogs inside. He's hunting. He's hunting these warthogs. He's perched himself perfectly, and he's waiting for these warthogs to come out. Now, because he started this hunt, I'm going to have to sit very still. I'm not going to be able to move my car. Juan, you want to know if leopards hunt during the day or night? They do both, Juan. It has less to do with night or day and more to do with the coolness of the weather. So if it is light outside and it's cool, they definitely hunt. But I've also seen leopards hunting in the middle of the day when it's hot because it was a good opportunity. Now, I've also seen leopards digging side of holes like this where warthogs are and pulling the warthogs out. He is so patient right now. He's literally going to sit here until something comes up. He can smell them in there. I'm sure he can hear them. See his little nose working. Look, he's smelling them. His attention is peaking. His ears are going forward. This is absolutely incredible. Now, these warthogs might know that the leopards are here. They might not. So they don't know if it's safe to stay inside their den or to come out. This could happen at any moment. It's all up to the warthog. So exciting. I don't know who I'm rooting for, if I'm rooting for Hukumuri or the warthog. I do love a good cat hunt. I think it's one of the most amazing things you can possibly see. However, that being said, I kind of feel like Hukumuri has cornered these warthogs inside their burrow. Now, that being said as well, I'm saying warthogs, and I'm saying warthogs because of the type of burrow and the angle at which it is in, but that doesn't mean that there isn't something like a honey badger or an aardvark in there. It'd just be the best bet would possibly be warthogs. Now, warthogs go into their den, into their burrow, I should say, bum first, so that they come out tusk first. So now, if they are to come out, the way they're going to move will allow Hukumuri to sort of jump on their backside, which is the way that he likes to hunt. Well, any leopard likes to hunt. Any predator likes to hunt. The back end, the rump, is the best area to get your claws into. It also saves him from possibly getting tusked by the very, very sharp warthog tusks. Now, he is looking intently, which makes me wonder if he can possibly see some of the warthog in there. You see how he's looking like that? Look, 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 watch, watch, watch. I'm going to go quiet for a little while. Because if we get action here, there's going to be a big burst of speed and a lot of noise. I've got 2 other game drive vehicles that are with me, so they might come into the shot if they move in a certain direction, just so you all are aware. But both game drive vehicles are both lodges that we work with every day. Tax is in the Djuma vehicle, and he helps us out all the time, as does Shawl, who's in the Nsinga vehicle. We've been working together all this week, and they've also been helping us with keeping sightings. So I was shaking earlier because I was so excited about the interaction between the 2 males and the possibility of getting a nice big fight. As we know, Kojima has moved north into Biffleshoek, and we're hit with Hukumuri, who's now moving south. There was a battle that happened. Hukumuri won that one battle, but it doesn't mean he's won the war. Now, because he's been scent marking and moving, now he's decided he's hungry, unlike Kojima, who was very full. And now this scenario where he's come across a possible prey item is incredible. There was a sighting that happened before I started at Safari Live. I believe it was with Mvula, and Mvula was, or maybe Tingana, you guys can remind me on that one, was sitting at that warthog hole for hours trying to wait for that warthog to come out. Now, we might end up with a scenario like that, but I personally think because of how the day is progressing and it's going from cool to slightly warm, that we're going to get these warthogs out. I think that this is going to be incredible. Now, because we don't get to see Hukumuri often, let's take a nice good look at his eyes. Notice how they're mostly golden, slight tinges of blue. Lots of scars on his face. He's got that deep set right eye that will show up on your left-hand side of your screen. Look at him, look at him. And he's moving so slowly, so precisely. I can see the little flies flying around the top of the termite mound, or the top of the burrow that's on this termite mound. He's perched himself just nicely enough to be able to move, but notice how he keeps repositioning his front paws, and that is so that he has the best perch possible. The anticipation is actually killing me right now. I'm not gonna lie. All right, we're gonna go in close on his face here so we can see the intent on his face there. We are back live in South Africa with Safari Live. I'm sitting here with Hukumuri, big male leopard who was in fight with Kojima this morning. He's now moved south. Kojima's moved north. Hukumuri's decided that he's hungry. He's now perched on the edge of a termite mound right above a warthog burrow, and he is waiting intently and patiently for his opportunity to catch these warthogs. Now, as we were talking about earlier, he could possibly dig them out, but he keeps moving ever so slightly and looking so intently that I think he can actually see movement inside of that warthog burrow, and this is going to happen at any moment. Actually, Ashley, you would like to know, how does the warthog actually know that the leopard's here? They could have heard him, they could have smelled him, or they possibly could just sense that something is up. Every animal has a sixth sense, and that could possibly be it. Now, don't forget, we are live and interactive here in Sabi Sands in South Africa. I think let's do a one-word tweet how everybody feels about this potential hunt and kill that's going to happen with Hukumuri. Hashtag Safari Live. One-word tweet. How do you feel about what's happening right now? I am beyond excited. Beyond excited. Look Look at his face. Look, the warthog's coming out. It's coming out. It's coming out. He's going. He's going. He's got it. He's got it. He's got the warthog. He's got the warthog. He's killing it. He's killing it. He's killing the warthog right now. He's got the babies. He's got the baby. 2 of the babies made it away. He's got the one baby. He pawed the mom right in the head. We got this live, 100% live on TV. He's still busy killing this warthog. The mom's still coming out of the hole. She doesn't know what to do. One of her babies is being killed. She doesn't know if she's going to come out, if this is going to happen. He's busy strangling it on the back of the head. He's trying to get his claws in there. He's trying to make sure that it dies completely before he moves. Don't forget, any sensitive viewers, don't watch this. Everyone else that enjoys wildlife at its peak, keep watching, keep watching. This is the most amazing thing, live, not just live for everyone, but live on Nat Geo Wild on our 5th and final installment. Everybody, I'm shaking. I am shaking. This is the most incredible thing. How amazing. How incredible and amazing was that? I hope you all were just blown out beyond belief. I'm going to have to move around to get a better visual. Seriously, I can't. I have no words. We need a one-word tweet on that. How does everybody feel about that? One-word tweet? How did we feel about the anticipation of the hunt? Now we need a one-word tweet on that incredibleness that just happened. Now he's moving away. He's moving away to see where he's going to cache the kill. Sometimes they'll cache under a bush. Sometimes they'll cache in a tree. Yes, he knew exactly when to wait for. 1 piglet out, 2 piglet out. He jumped on the 3rd because the 2nd piglet stalled and kept its sibling in. And then Mum tried to get out and tusk him, and he smacked Mum with the paw. Ooh, too much. Too much, everybody. All right, now he's moving away. He's moving away from the kill site. Remember, Djuma is not too far away. So if he heard any of that squealing, he might come busting in. So Djuma's moving far away, not because of us, but because of the potential of the fact that another leopard could come and steal his kill. And he's hungry. He wants to eat this. So the answer to the one-word treat was epic. I agree. Epic, epic, epic. Enjoy that apple juice. From Vera, did I hear that correctly? I believe that was from Vera. Epic. And Becky, you say, woohoo! I'm right on the woohoo, everybody. He's moving. He's going to find a nice place to put his prize, and then he's going to eat his prize. Shaking still, the excitement. The fact that this happened on live TV, he's now settled down. He's found a place to eat his prize. I'm just going to very slowly move here, and we are going to now wait. Now we have a special magical moment that we are going to show for you now. Excuse my lack of being able to oh, sorry, we have a clip. We have a clip we're going to show you with Jamie. Sorry, I'm having trouble finding my words. So I think let's head on up there so that we can enjoy that while we position ourselves nicely to be able to see him eat his prize. Everyone, we've got him. He's just over here. He's cached his little warthog kill under a bush, and he's now busy tracking down the rest of the warthogs. So I know that sighting for some of you was completely epic, and for some of you it was very difficult. But let's remember that nature is not cruel nor kind. She's perfect. So warthogs have many babies so that leopards can eat. So that warthogs then have the many babies, some will survive, so the warthogs can carry on, and then the leopards can eat so that they can carry on. Now I know it's a little bit harder when they kill the smaller ones, but nature has devised such a magical plan for all of its creatures to be able to function in a holistic and well-rounded and formed environment. It is so important to remember that. So we as humans sometimes have trouble with it, but nature is perfect. She has a plan for everything. So it is not always the easiest to watch. And yes, we do get excited about these things. He's just moving through here, and then to the back, I'm going to come around into a little open area. We do get excited, but it's just such a magic moment to catch on a live camera, nature at its best. Now let's head on over to Steph, who's on foot, who's also going to find you some of nature's best. And he is still on the hunt for the rest of those warthogs. Stephanie, congratulations on winning a trip for 2 to Africa. That's super exciting. Now, Hukumuri is doing something we don't get to see often. That second piglet that came out, he got a little bit of a claw into, so there's a bit of a blood trail that's happening there. So that's what he's tracking. He's not actually tracking the pig itself this far. He's tracking the little bit of a blood trail. And this is not normally how leopards hunt. And the reason why he's doing this is because that one little piglet is actually not enough for him. He actually needs a little bit more. And that's why he's cached cached that other one underneath, and then was going after these. Now, Kevin, you'd like to know, can a leopard take down a zebra? Kevin, not a full-grown zebra, but definitely a small to medium size. They can take out small giraffe up to about a year-old giraffe there. Hukumuri's rival, Tingana, definitely has done that before. And Hukumuri is traveling ever farther into Tingana's territory. Let's wait and see what happens. Hi, everyone. How incredible. What a way to end our not end our fifth installment, but to have in our last show. I know many of you are not fans of Hukumuri. I know you're worried about Tundi and Cub and possibly Tingana being pushed out. We're on the farther reaches of Tingana's territory. We are moving slowly towards the other side, but he's not doing it now to push Tingana out. He's doing it now because he's looking for these warthogs. I hope you enjoyed that spectacular that occurred. I mean, that was... excitement doesn't even begin to describe. I still don't have words. I actually need to drink water quite badly and haven't managed. And as I say, I need to drink water. Look who needs to drink water as well. All right, now let's head on up to Jamie, who's in the Masai Mara, who has some uber cuteness that she'd like to show you with another one of Africa's large cats, the lion. There's 3 hyenas that have popped up on the scene, and they're busy chasing Hukumuri around. Hyenas can smell blood up to about 9 kilometers away. So they've obviously heard the sounds. Now they've smelled all the blood. They can also smell the blood on Hukumuri. I'm just going to try and get around. Hukumuri is being chased by these 3 hyenas as he's busy trying to get back. Here we go. You can just see him here on my right-hand side. Sorry, I'm so excited. I'm speaking too quickly. Excuse me. There's Hukumuri. And then the hyenas are now running around in a circle around behind me. The one just jumps like a horse over the side there. So he's now busy trying to keep an eye on these hyenas. Now there's a potential, because he's stashed that kill of his away, and he's actually far away from it, that the hyenas will leave him and run towards that kill, excuse me. And I actually think that's what might happen, because just behind me, they started running away a little bit. So I think they've pushed him off, but we'll have to wait and see. It's a very difficult scenario between a leopard and those 3, especially a male leopard, and those 3 hyenas. Again, extremely exciting. Everything's calmed down now a little bit. And this is what happens in nature. You get these bursts of excitement, and then everything calms down. And then a burst of excitement, and then everything calms down. It's basically nature breathing. So I'm going to breathe as well. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think he can't find these other piglets that he's looking for. I think he's going to start heading back towards that kill. But I think those hyenas might reach it first. I think let's head on. All right, everyone. He's managed to find something that was not a warthog, but it looks like it might be a steenbok or a duiker on his hunt for those warthogs. He never made it back to his other kill. This happened just now, about half a minute ago. We were coming around the side of a bush, and then we could hear him. He's now going to take his new prize off. I just want to see which ways he goes. And I have a feeling that not only now was he busy with those warthogs again because of that blood trail we were talking about, but with those hyenas around, I think he knew those hyenas would probably get his other kill. And so now he's had another opportunity for something different. It was lying in the grass, lying in the shade. And yes, opportunistic creatures, leopards are. This has been an incredible morning. Robert, good question. You'd like to know, why didn't the leopard just put the kill up in a tree? Robert, they don't always put them in trees. They tree them in places where there's high chances of other predators like lion and hyena around, but they also, it's a preference as well. So if their mums treat a lot, they'll tree a lot. If their mums cache under bushes a lot, then they'll cache under bushes a lot. There's the mate of the steenbok. Sorry, my friend, but you'll hopefully find another mate soon in your lifetime. As we come around the corner here, you are going to get a nice view of him. He's going to go into a bush again. This seems to be today his preferred method of caching his prey. I am just going to have to find a little way to get in here. There's going to be some bumps. Everybody just hold on while I go over this tree. And again, over the tree. and he's come into this thicket, and the view is very hard, but I think let's head on up to the Masai Mara, where Taylor has a lot of action going on with her lions, chasing, I believe,